Digital products can make you a ton of money really fast. Think about it. If you have a digital product that's selling for $47 and 1,000 people buy it, you just made $47,000. Today's free course is all about creating a successful business selling digital products. This is a complete free course, so get ready to take some notes. So why should you actually sell digital products? Well, I love digital products and I recommend them to everybody wanting to make money online because they don't cost a lot of money to create, so it's a low investment. And today, AI can help you create them for free if you want. There's no physical inventory, so you literally don't have to keep track of anything. They have a high profit margin. It's almost 100%. And best of all, they're beginner friendly. In this free course, we're going to talk about what a digital product is, different types of digital products, how to find the best digital product for yourself, how to create a digital product, how to set up your online store, and how to get sales through free marketing methods. People charge thousands of dollars for courses just like this, but all I ask for in exchange is for you to just tap that like button for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe to the channel so I can continue to put out this free education to help you make money online. So what is a digital product? One of the biggest pros about having a digital product is that you create it one time and then you can sell it for as long as you want to. So a digital product is a digital asset because it can generate you income. And with these marketing strategies I'm going to share with you, a lot of this income can eventually become passive. And it's going to be almost 100% profit margin because you don't have to run any ads. So there are a ton of digital products that you can create. However, the most popular digital product is an ebook. It's perfect for beginners and it's the one I honestly recommend everybody getting started with. Online courses is another popular option if you want to share a certain skill or process of doing something. Two high in demand products right now are Canva templates and social media content packs. And here is a list of a ton more. So how to find the best digital product for yourself. One of the biggest reasons people don't create digital products is because they don't know what to create. But I'm going to make this extremely simple for you so you can get over that hurdle. The first digital product you need to create is an ebook. Now, the second reason people don't create this digital product is because they don't know what to make it about. But here's how you figure that out. Just think about all the stuff you overcame. Maybe you bought a house. Maybe you quit distractions like drinking and smoking. Maybe you have an LLC. Maybe you have a child that you've raised. Just think about your personal experiences, things you've learned, or challenges you've overcome. Even if it doesn't seem special to you, it could be valuable to somebody else. Once you've identified a topic that you know well or you feel passionate about, it's time to put all that information in a book. And we can do this by using ChatGPT and Canva. So let's do an example together. Let's say you're somebody who works a 9-to-5 and has a side hustle. You could make a book that talks about how you stay energized and motivated to work these long hours. It sounds so simple, but I promise you it can sell. Let's give this information to ChatGPT and see what name it will give us for this ebook. So this is the name. It sounds real transformational. 7 steps to go from paycheck to purpose. How to stay focused, energized, and build the life you want after work. Tell me this doesn't sound like something somebody will buy. This is good. However, ChatGPT did not just come up with this title by itself. I had to prompt it to come up with this title. Let me show you. Before we got to this title here, let's scroll all the way back up. So I just gave it basic information. I have an ebook I want to create, sharing how I stay energized and motivated while working my 9-to-5 and building my side hustle. What are some good ebook titles? So at first they came up with some basic stuff. So motivation focused titles, fueled and focused, energy focused titles, energized after hours, balanced real life titles, work, hustle, rest, repeat. But the only one that really stuck out to me was this from paycheck to purpose because people want purpose. They want to find purpose in life. So I said, I like paycheck to purpose, staying focused while working towards something bigger. Can you change it to something like 7 tools to staying focused while working towards something bigger? And so they rearranged the titles and gave me something that I asked for, 7 tools. But then I thought about, hey, this doesn't really say transformation, okay? So I said, I want this ebook to feel like a transformation for somebody. How can we implement that? They said, frame the ebook as a journey or transformation. I didn't like what it was giving me, so I just cut it off. I said, can you make the title sound more transformational? Because it was trying to make the content inside the ebook sound transformational. However, we want a transformational title. So after I said, can you make the title sound more transformational? It gave me all of these and it was still using the words tools. So I said, should it be steps instead of tools? What do you think? They said tools feels practical. Steps feels progressive. You want it to have a clear order. Do this, then this, then this, and get the result. And that's what people want. They want a step-by-step process to get the result that they're looking for. So they gave 2 different examples right here. And then it said my honest suggestion is transformation, which I already know. Transformation is the way to go when you're wanting to sell a digital product online. So I said I like steps. And then after I said I like steps, it says, okay, cool, 7 steps to go from paycheck to purpose. How to stay focused, energized, and build the life you want after work. So make sure your title is transformational because it will help with sales. It's proven. So now that we have our title, we need the outline. So we just go back to ChatGPT and ask it for an outline for the title that it just gave us. So I said, can you make an outline for 7 steps to go from paycheck to purpose? They said, sure, absolutely. And they gave the outline. So step 1, redefine your why. Step 2, audit your energy. Step 3, step 4, step 5, step 6, and step 7. They gave us the entire outline for this ebook that we're going to create. Now that we have the outline, you want to ask it to write out each section of this book for you. And as you can see, it wrote an introduction for us, and then it kept going to write down each of the steps. Now, this is very, very short, so I didn't like how short it was. What I did was I said, can you extend each section with 3 paragraphs in each? And then it did just that. But do not stop there. You want to make sure this book has a personal touch. So you want to add some of your own experiences within this ebook. And to do that, all you have to do is copy the information that ChatGPT gave you into a Google Doc and insert your information. So ChatGPT is just the base for you to work off of, but you want to make sure you add a personal touch to it. So once you have that personal information in your book, we want to head over to Canva. And no, you do not need the pro version of Canva. Once we're inside of Canva, you want to click on templates right here and just type in ebook. You're going to see these ebooks down here. Some of them are just the cover. Others have multiple pages. So to make this easier, choose a template that has multiple pages. That's what I like to do, making this super simple for us. So this has 9 pages. Let's go ahead and just click on this and press customize template. And all we would do is start copying and pasting stuff over. So I'm going to go and grab this title right here. I'm going to copy this and paste it right here. Let's scoot this out some, move this up. And this is pretty long, so this is the subtitle. I would take this out and just leave the main title as the big font. I would copy this, make the font smaller. Let's go for something like 16. And then let's get the subtitle of our book. So this looks good. Of course, you want to change the images and the color scheme to best fit what you got going on in your ebook. So what you want to do is make sure you change your images. There we go. Let's delete that. Let's come over to elements, and then let's just type in something related to money. So let's just type in money, go to photos here. Maybe this person counting some money here. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I would probably change this green to, let's see what blue looks like. That looks a little crazy, a softer blue. I'm not really liking that either. I'll go with something like that. Or we can even change all of this. So let me change this to like a gray. And let me change the font to like a, there we go. This looks pretty good. I like that. And it goes well with this. I'm gonna go down here, change this color to match. Let's get this out the way. And then let's take this out. If you want to add something down there, like your picture and your name like that, you can do that. But for me, I'm just going to take this out and I'm going to say something motivational. So something like that. So the life you want is already yours. There we go. So this is very simple, very plain. And you will go into each page and change everything you need to change. One thing I do want to do right now with you is go back to the Canva home screen and let's click create. Let's go ahead and click ebook cover. Now that we have this empty page here, go to the share button, press download, download as a PNG, and just download the current page. So page 1, because we're going to want to make a mock-up for our website. Okay. And once this is downloaded, we're going to want to go to this page and upload it into this page. There we go. Cool. Now you can leave it like this, but I wouldn't suggest that. Let's go ahead to the side and go down to apps and just type in mock-up. Click on this mock-up right here. And let's go down and find something that is related to an iPad. Cool. So tablets and TV. So we can use any one of these. I think I'm gonna just go ahead with this one. It just seems like somebody's already using the product, you know? And then we want to go back to this sidebar over here, click on uploads, and then just press that and get it in here. If it's not centered the way you want, just double click it and center it like that. And then press apply changes. There you go. So we can go ahead, download for this example. Let's just go ahead and download number 2. And we're going to keep it as a PNG when we download number 2. And now we have our mockup for our website. Last thing we have to do is make sure you download your entire ebook and download it as a PDF. You want to make sure it's standard because it's best for emailing, and that's how we're going to get this to your customers. It's going to go to their email. So once you have your ebook downloaded as a PDF, we have to put it up into its storefront. And I recommend using Fourth Wall if you're just starting out because it doesn't cost any money and it looks way better than Gumroad. There are no requirements to join Fourth Wall and there are no monthly fees. They're just going to take a percentage whenever you do make a sale. So once you sell an ebook, Fourth Wall is going to take 3%. So once you log into Fourth Wall, this is going to be your homepage right here. And to upload this product, all you want to do is just go down to product, press create new product, and click this sell digital item. Sell digital product, excuse me. Go ahead and put the product name right here. So let's just put 7 steps. Let me go back here. 7 steps from paycheck to purpose. Let's put that in here. And let's go ahead and put the subtitle in the description. So that's in there like that. And then if you want, you can go ahead and add some bullet points. So I like to add a touch of green because it's just nice and bright. It's easily seen. So I would say something like, get more done with your time, fast results. And then let's just add one more. I'm just being real generic right now. Change your life. And then for the product category, we would come down, just click that, go ahead and click on media, click on books, and then click on ebook. Your selling price, you can sell it for whatever you want. I'm gonna just go ahead and say $27. And then this is where we're gonna input our PDF right here. So go ahead, click on this, and let's find our PDF. So right here, upload that there. And then let's go ahead and drop our photography in. So this is the mock-up we just created. There we go. Let's add this photo. And then let's just go ahead and press save. Do you want to update the URL to match the product name? Yes, we can go ahead and update the URL. You want everything to be uniform. At least I like everything to be uniform. As you see, even though we press save, it's still hidden. It's not public. It's not live. So don't worry about that. Let's just click on this link to see what it looks like. And as you can see, y'all, this looks really, really good. 7 steps to go from paycheck to purpose, $27, how to stay focused, energized, and build the life you want after work. Get more done, fast results, change your life. Of course, be more specific than this. However, this looks really good. And best of all, it's completely free. So on to the most important part, how to actually make money from your ebook. This is a quick answer. You have to make content that's centered around your ebook. And the easiest content to make these days is just creating shorts. YouTube has shorts, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, all the major social media platforms incorporate shorts. So you can just make short videos, but make sure you just pick one platform and stick with that platform. You do not want to venture out on too many platforms. Stick with one in the beginning because it's going to be extremely overwhelming if you're just getting started. So all your content has to do is entice people to buy your product. Let me give you an example. For the ebook we just created, I could make a short that says something like this. I got a couple of brand deals while still working a full-time job, and you can do the same thing. All you have to do is put in the work and stay focused. I know how hard this can be. It's not easy, but it is worth it. If you're ready for some real results, I made this guide for you so you can avoid the same mistakes that I made. So if you notice, I had the hook, which was, I've gotten multiple brand deals while still working a full-time job. This is going to resonate with your audience. But then we got a little motivational. We said, I know it's hard, but you can do the same thing too. And then we added some relatability in it. It says, I know how hard it is, but it's worth it. And then the CTA, the call to action was, I made this guide so you can avoid the mistakes that I made. So some of your content is going to be like that. And then some of your content is going to be different aspects of your life because you want to come off as a real person. So maybe it's you walking your dog and you wanted to encourage somebody. So you just create a quick little short saying, hey, hope your day is going good. This is what we're doing today, blah, 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 blah. You want people to trust you and you want people to know that you're an actual person, that you're just not somebody out here on the internet trying to scam people. If you post 3 shorts a day, your page will grow and you will get sales. But I cannot stress enough that you need good hooks. You need good verbal hooks, but you also need good visual hooks. If you have both, your videos will do better. I created a document that has 70 viral hooks for you to use, and I'll leave that linked in the description. So there you have it. I hope this video helped you out. If you have any questions, leave a comment. I do respond to all of my comments. If you like this video, you might like this one. Listen, you can do whatever you put your mind to. Take care.